Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Liberty Times, although the United States and Iran have reached an agreement to reopen the strategic Strait of Hormuz, clearing the massive backlog of vessels is expected to take several weeks. Currently, approximately 500 merchant ships remain stranded in the Persian Gulf, having accumulated over more than 3 months of conflict. Under the agreement announced by U.S. President Donald Trump, Iran must clear sea mines and waive transit fees, while the U.S. will lift its maritime blockade on Iranian ports. Despite the diplomatic breakthrough and a subsequent drop in global oil prices, shipping organizations warn of severe congestion and potential chaos if vessels attempt to transit simultaneously without coordination. Additionally, European naval forces are assembling in the Mediterranean to assist with clearing mines. Industry experts remain cautious about the stability of the truce, noting that logistical delays, infrastructure repairs, and rebuilding depleted oil inventories mean the global oil market will likely remain tight until 2027. According to reports from Fengfengwan, Ifeng, ByteDance is in discussions with Shanghai-based startup Iluvatar CoreX to procure artificial intelligence chips designed for inference tasks. Additionally, the social media giant is considering a similar chip procurement deal with search engine giant Baidu. If the agreement with Iluvatar CoreX is finalized, the startup will become ByteDance's third-largest domestic GPU supplier, following Huawei and Cambricon. Sources indicate that Iluvatar CoreX is projected to deliver at least 50,000 chips to ByteDance this year, with the majority slated for inference workloads. This move comes as ByteDance aggressively expands the user base for its AI-powered chatbot, Doubao, driving an urgent need for increased computing capacity. Furthermore, ByteDance is contemplating the utilization of Baidu's Kunlun chips, which are currently being used by Tencent. This potential transaction marks a significant commercial milestone for Iluvatar CoreX, aligning it with one of China's most prominent technology and AI infrastructure investors. Currently, none of the involved companies, including ByteDance, Iluvatar CoreX, Baidu, or Tencent, have issued public comments regarding these potential negotiations. According to a report by UPI, South Korean Defense Minister Gyu-back announced that Seoul and Washington plan to recommend a target year for transferring wartime operational control of South Korean forces to their respective presidents by the end of this year. During a television appearance, On stated that the Allies will evaluate and verify their full operational capability assessment during their annual Security Consultative meeting in November, paving the way for a specific transfer timeline. While the United States has held wartime control since the Korean War, On emphasized that South Korea now possesses sufficient military capabilities to lead combined operations, and further delay based on perfect conditions is impractical. Additionally, On discussed South Korea's ambitious Jongbogo-N project, which aims to construct the country's first nuclear-powered submarine by the mid-2030s. He noted that while South Korea has advanced shipyards and technology, it lacks suitable naval nuclear fuel. Consequently, Seoul plans to seek cooperation from the United States to obtain low-enriched uranium, assuring that the project aligns with the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and poses no proliferation risks. According to UPI, Mongolian President Ukna Kurelsuk reaffirmed his country's strong support for China's One China policy during a meeting with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Ulaanbaatar. President Kurelsuk stated that Mongolia considers Taiwan an inseparable part of Chinese territory and opposes any form of Taiwanese independence. Furthermore, he emphasized that issues involving Hong Kong, Tibet, and Xinjiang are strictly China's internal affairs, and assured that Mongolia would avoid any actions that could harm Chinese interests through its diplomatic ties with other nations. Highlighting the deep cooperation between the two neighbors, the president projected that bilateral trade would reach $20 billion this year. In response, Foreign Minister Wang Yi stated that China highly values its relationship with Mongolia and respects its independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, describing Beijing as a dependable and trustworthy neighbor eager to help accelerate Mongolia's development. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.